last year on a Saturday, I got a call from the Labor Department. And I got allowed to start an education that I wanted to do for over a year and even asked for over a year. And then in October of last year, it started. It was an education you had to do 8 hours a day for 5 weeks. It's actually one of the better educations on starting a company that exists, and that is obviously free in Sweden. During the time of the course, you get a mentor and you get an ability to write a business plan. And I wrote mine about a little less than 25 pages. And after the education is done, you have to send in this plan to the Labor Department for them to analyze it and give you confirmation, which can take up to 4 weeks. Luckily for me, and what they stated, that my business plan was one of the best ones they've seen, so it didn't take 4 weeks, it took 2 weeks. Very nice. But the soul-sucking part of this is not over, it has just begun. I now have the plan, in it I need to know exactly what I will make in the next coming 2 years. Month for month. And the reason why is you need to pay taxes in advance. Mostly the first year. The second year is based upon the first year, so it's a bit chill. But at least the first year you need to pay taxes in advance, so you need to know how much you will earn the first year of your company. Regardless, I got the confirmation. I actually get a stipendium to assist with the beginning 6 months of the company, which is right now. So that's nice. But then the worst part comes. The thing that had drove me up the wall, bashing my head against the wall, and a little bit the reason why I've been a bit away from all of this. It being the law 2017-630 about actions against money laundering and financing of terrorism. The issue here is any bank or any company working with you to establish a company, for example, or dealing with your money, needs to know who you are, which require a long list of requirements, questions, know every aspect of your life. They need to know how much you spend on food every month, your rent, your internet, your monthly pays, all of that. They need to know you have an employment, unsolicited income you've gotten for the last year. Let's say you had $100 sent from a friend of yours. You need to be able to verify that money, so that money is not done for illegal purposes. It is that law, plus the bank needs to give you an okay for you to start it. And there's only 7 banks that allows that to happen. And majority of them you can't work with regardless, because you need to be already part of their bank. So there are 3 large banks, my personal and 2 others. My personal I have an issue with, because I have a co-signer who was part of the European Union, but not Swedish, because I couldn't find a Swedish co-signer. There's a lot of risk involved with it, and especially with the doxing. But the other 2 banks said, okay, that's fine. The process went a little bit like this. I show him the business plan. He asked me a question about the business plan. Sort of, what is your income for the year? And I show him my entire years of earnings and payments. So he knows exactly what I paid. Every single little cookie I ever bought in the cookie store, he knows. And then, okay, there's some irregularities. This $200 here, where that come from? Well, here, and I got the person to give me the money to actually send me a letter to confirm that the money has been given to me in that context, or in a certain context. And then rinse and repeat, asking the same questions over and over again, asking for details, asking where a $10 donation from PayPal came from. And the worst part is, like, when I called them and I said, hey, I want to start this process, it says it will take 4 weeks for us to go through the information you have sent. It took them 5. And then every single question could be like just a sentence question. Took them about a week to respond every time I said it. And I, in detail, wrote everything. Every expectation, every person I could possibly work with. Every article I could possibly write. Just for a week later for them to give me one question's response saying, the $10 here, where'd that come from? This entire process being treated honestly horribly by the bank, and then promising me, yes, soon you're done, don't worry about it. I got declined. So those months were in vain. But luckily, I changed up something with my own personal bank. I found a Swede who was willing to co-sign and take the minimum risk that is to that, but still a risk. And with that, it went rather quickly with my own personal bank for them to accept it. But I was still, 3 weeks after I got declined because I had to contact another bank and sign a bunch of papers for that bank until I could get everything in order, get all the confirmation on signatures and the rest. But still. And then you need an accountant. And they need to take 2 to 3 weeks to sign your company into the system so you can pay taxes. And the bank will take about a month before they can have a meeting with you, where they will give you access to your company. Yes, you're signing that. Oh yeah, we accept that you will have a company. That's great. You don't get access to anything. You get access to it once the first meeting with the bank, about a month after you've gotten everything written down. Then you get access to your bank account. And of course you still have to wait because it's about 2 to 3 weeks before the taxman. And this is all while having to know at this point 7 months in advance what you will earn every single month. It's like, obviously you can't, but you still have to try. I was supposed to quit here, but I want to give you sort of a quick rundown. 5 weeks course, then 4 weeks for the Labor Department to give you confirmation. Once Labor Department gives you confirmation, you go to the bank. Bank was 4 months. Once that is confirmed, it is the company creation institution, which will also take about a month to look through everything and give you confirmation. And I had to change a few descriptions, details, very small details in wording. So it took a little time. And then maximum time of the taxman after that is 5 weeks. And then a month for the bank, and then 3 weeks for the accountant. That's why it took 7 months. Alright, regardless, I've been ranting way too much. Thing is, I now run a company. I have an accountant. I had videos on a Swedish television channel. And we're gonna film a lot more, and a lot more real life stuff. And hopefully I can actually produce much more. I will try every week from now on. And we also published a book, which I will put in the description or in the comments, with a bit of a code to make it a little bit cheaper for anybody who watches this. And also who likes to support me. There's like one of the best ways to support is via purchasing like something we produce. And with that, my ladies and gentlemen, I will in the future, honestly, let's do this, boys. I have multiple videos in the works. Not everything for everybody, like the different topics, but things will be good from now on.